I'm good. So thank you so much for coming out. I know it's a little dreary, it's a little raining, but it's good. We're all good. We're here today to talk about youth employment, particularly summer youth employment opportunities. My name is Maria Sue. I am the director for the Department of Children, Youth, and Their Families. So I just wanted to say that despite all the economic and fiscal challenges, our mayor has made the commitment to support our youth by continuing funding for youth employment services. We know that our young people are facing unimaginable obstacles on their path to becoming successful adults, particularly young people in public housing. Our youth need work opportunities to learn how to work, to thrive, to contribute to the vitality of the San Francisco economy, and in some cases, their own family economic survival. Having part-time employment opportunities will help our young people to increase confidence in their abilities, increase time management skills, and of course, enhance academic success later in life. I want to say that DCYF alone this summer will offer 1,400 slots. That's 1,400 slots for young people under the age of 18 throughout all of our different programs. And then furthermore, the Office of Economic and Workforce Development will be launching 2 programs to support young people between the ages of 18 to 24. And then on top of all of that, our private sector partners have also stepped up, and particularly the San Francisco real estate industry are contributing contributing around $100,000 to support 30 to 40 internship slots. So it is a whole host of continuum of services for our young people. And the mayor will come in and later on talk about the different things that we're doing here in public housing. And then I will introduce later the Director of Policy and Planning from the Office of Economic and Workforce Development to elaborate more on his initiatives as well as the stimulus funds. And then we will then talk about a new program, a new initiative that we're rolling out and partnering with Housing Authority on specifically for young people in public housing to give them employment opportunities, but also on top of that to actually include a component about being healthy and healthy eating and nutrition and as well as education. And we'll have our Youth Empowerment Fund Coordinator talk about that later on.
But that one's more fun. Let's talk about that one right now. Come on up, guys, because I'm biased. It may not be the most significant in size, but I think it's really a great program to lead with.
So we're starting a new program that we're really excited about today called the Summer Empowerment and Employment Development Program, otherwise known as SEED. We hired 2 great coordinators that are recruiting both adults, 15 adults from 15 different public housing sites, as well as 30 youth across those sites to really learn about health, nutrition, food systems, connected to their own reality about, whether they're facing hunger or poverty in their homes, and then employing them to serve lunches to youth in their own communities. So we're talking about 4,000 youth in these 15 public housing sites. We're really excited. It's a new program. It's a 10-week program. They're here if you have more questions, but
5 days a week?
5 days a week. They'll be working, passing out lunches from about 10 o'clock to 1 in the afternoon.
And we went from 6 sites to the 14/15 sites.
So, yeah, exactly. So we're definitely expanding. Last year we were only able to serve about 2,500 young people. This year it's increasing to 4,000. So it's a big increase for people that are looking for food.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Henry, get up. I'll be the last one. I like being last.
Well, I'm already in trouble, and I don't do this well, so I'm going to do this very quickly. First things first, let me just thank the mayor and my chairman and then the director, Ms. Sue, who I cautiously call Maria. When she came to me and said, hey, we want to expand this lunch thing, I said, great. One of the primary things we hear from our kids is that they need lunch. So anything that we can do, and I look forward to working again in the future to expand it even further, because we'd like to have every child not only have a job, but also have a meal, but also have a safe place to play in. And this mayor is the reason why that's happening. So the more that the housing agency can partner with our family members within the city and county to do this work, the more we're going to do it. And of course, my task is to find ways to get it done. So having said that, I'm going to get out of the way and let the boss deal with this.
Have your boss talk.
Yeah.
Reverend Brown.
Reverend Brown.
Well, there's very little more that I can say other than to underscore that invariably in our communities, whenever there's a problem, whenever there is violence, we say, well, if you give those kids something to do, they won't be doing this. I contend that there are a lot of things going on. The question is, are we motivating our children to access them and be engaged in them? This mayor and this housing authority is about the business of providing opportunity in order that we might not have crisis and the carnages that so often beset our communities. So I'm very excited. I'm very thrilled about what we're doing. And in addition to that, those who want a holistic experience of learning, of developing healthy bodies, and being engaged in community service, this summer over at John Muir School, under the template of Marion Wright Elderman's Freedom Schools, there will be an accredited school free to the community in order that our children might discover that learning can be fun, and indeed we have teachers and we have role models who will love them into learning, and they will be able to say, in the words of Chaucer, gladly will I learn and gladly will I teach others how to find the way to the good life. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much, my good executive director here, Mr. Alvarez, and all of those who are part of this family, this great enterprise of bringing about a better and more beloved community.
Thank you, Reverend. All right. Thank you. Glenn, yeah, why don't you go?
Good morning. My name is Glenn Eagleson with the Office of Economic and Workforce Development, and our office is managing the economic stimulus funds that are coming into the city for workforce development, and we're happy that the city of San Francisco will be receiving approximately $2.2 million specifically for youth workforce programs. We're very excited. So we're going to be using that money for both summer programs for young people and then also for year-round programs throughout the year. Through our summer program, we'll be able to serve approximately 450 young people. They'll be working in sites around the city and nonprofit agencies, the public sector agencies, and also in the private sector. And we're reaching out to young people who've traditionally had a harder time getting into the labor market, young people involved in the justice system, young people in foster care, young people in public housing, or pregnant and parenting teens, and really trying to figure out how to use these funds to really get their first step into the door. And we're really excited about the partners that we have, a number of community-based organizations, some of them here today, Brothers Against Guns, Hunters Point Family, Larkin Street Youth Services, and others. And also the private sector has stepped up to really offer opportunities for young people, particularly through some new green technology offerings through the city's Go Solar program. The other half of the money will be used for some year-round programs for young people for both education and employment. We're really stressing education because that's really the access point where young people need in order to succeed for later in life. And so we're funding a number of programs to help young people get the skills they need to for year-round jobs, but also building in some bridge programs for young people to get their high school diploma or GED if they haven't accomplished that yet. With both the summer and the year-round programs, we'll be reaching approximately 1,000 people this summer, or 1,000 people this year. And so I have more information. If you want to help us get the word out to help young people get the hookup, it's also available at our website. Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn. So I think you have a good sense of the breadth of some of the summer job programs that we're offering this year. I think the point I wanted to underscore, and they can answer more specific details, is that we're adding more jobs this year than last year. And I think that's important because I think it's counterintuitive to a lot of the headlines and the concerns about our economy that we would be pulling back in summer job opportunities when in fact we're stepping up. Close to 1,000 new net jobs will be created because of the collective efforts of the people you see behind me this year. So I think that's important. we have been blessed with building partnerships. We've leveraged those partnerships, and we've been blessed developing new partnerships with the federal government and some of the new stimulus dollars. We have, in the last number of years, begun to streamline and reorganize our summer jobs program around other values that we hold dear in the city, and that's why the nutrition and the anti-obesity and our Shape Up efforts are also part of the focus in terms of this year's announcements. So I think this is a good start to the summer. These jobs really kick off. I know the seed jobs kick off on the 15th. So I think within the next few days, those jobs will commence over that 10-week period. The nutrition efforts, again, will reach more kids, not less, this year as well. And we love connecting our adults with our young folks and, again, creating a bookmark in terms of the service that they're providing for people that would have been in their shoes just a few years prior. And we think that's also an important symbolic as well as substantive part of this overall effort. So that's it in a nutshell. I want to thank again the director of our public housing and of course our president commission, Dr. Reverend Supervisor President Brown. You got to sort of add it all up. And of course, as I said, Henry Alvarez and to Maria Sue and her team at DCYF has just done an outstanding job. I'm really proud of her leadership. I've always said this privately and publicly. She had big shoes to fill. And with Margaret, who also did an extraordinary job. But Maria is doing an equally magnificent job, and I want to just thank her for her leadership as well. So we're here to answer any questions on this. I imagine you may be here for other things, and I'll let them go. But again, on this topic, we're all available to answer any questions you may have.
Is that the summer jobs? Right now, they have already been filled by students because I believe the summer job application start really early.
For the SEED program, but there are many other programs, so let's clarify that, and that's very helpful. And you could call, of course, 311 for information about the summer jobs, but also we'll get more specific about the exact applications that are available, and you'll get some flyers that you can take and write some notes on.
So with our the summer youth employment program with the stimulus monies, it's for young people 16 to 24, and young people can apply until June 19th. So there's still another week and a half to put in an application.
And Maria, anything you want to underscore in terms of where you find additional information about some of these summer jobs?
Well, you can also go on DCYF's website to learn more, but we've been working very closely with the school district to get the word out, to engage young people in the application process. And that is correct. It's been going on for a couple of weeks now, but there's still opportunities because we're planning to expand different youth employment opportunities, particularly out in the Bayview. There's a couple opportunities to expand some slots. It's www.dcyf.org. That is our Department of Children, Youth, and Families.
Government's complicated and confusing. I love it.
I have a question. Since he asked the president of the coordinator of Mothers Against Crime, are these jobs just for residents that's on the lease?
Yeah.
So what are we going to
get
do?
in here and
Explain this to us.
So the C program is only hiring folks that are living on the lease in public housing. There's only 15 sites, so it's not all public housing sites across the city, but those 15 are the areas with highest needs and with the most number of youth. So you do have to be on the lease.
that's for the SEED program.
Yeah.
But these other programs hire youth that are not on the lease, but live in the community.
My question to all of you, I have a lot of kids up here that are not on the lease. What are we going to do about the kids that are not on the lease that are desperately needed for jobs also?
You're going to hand them these flyers, and you're going to get more of them. You're going to get more of these.
So we
Yeah.
want to be
Wait,
sure we get these.
I don't want to be accused of you not having enough.
Lottie Titus?
Right.
Sean's got some down in his office, and we've been handing out these flyers throughout the community. Any others on this topic? You work for which reporting agency? That's all right. All right.
I've been up here for over 37 years, and my son is one of the kids that he's constantly applied, so I'm not sure where the jobs are. I mean, because there's quite a few youth that I know that, you know, have applied and haven't gotten any kind of response on the job, but yet you're posing that there are a lot
All
of
these jobs will be
open,
filled,
yeah.
so we know we're going to fill the jobs. But to the extent that your son may have unique issues as it relates to criteria, etc.
But it was without, just by
We've got 16.
our work.
How old is he?
He is now 25.
Yeah, that's the challenge. He's aged out. Yeah.
He can still come to you. He can come to me.
Good, get in there.
He can come down to 8 West Point Road to Brothers Against Guns. We work with him all the way up to 30 years old. So he's more than welcome to come see us.
Now, so he doesn't need a job. What I'm saying is,
No, yeah, I guess all I can talk about is today and tomorrow. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm glad he's employed, and that makes me relieved. But I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's kind of concern that if there's not enough jobs and things available for the youth, that could lead to crime, and there was always sort of this.
That's why we added 1,000 jobs this year, Rob. We increased the number of job training opportunities and subsidies, federal dollars, local dollars, leveraged more resources from our partners in various agencies. So this year we'll have more jobs than any time since I've been mayor, and we've had historic jobs every year since I've been mayor. So we're going to keep increasing those opportunities.
A concern out there that summer.
They're never good enough, but 1,000 more net new jobs than even last year, which, as you recall, when we had our event, was an historic effort in terms of summer jobs. So every year we keep increasing. The bar gets higher and higher and higher. Good enough never is. 1,000 more than last year is significant. It's unprecedented. Can we do more? Of course. I'll do my best, and we will try to even squeeze out more dollars. And I say that very specifically because we have federal grants that are out there on the stimulus, these competitive grants. And to the extent that some of those dollars start taking shape, we'll even be offering more job training opportunities and jobs subsidies. The challenge, of course, with the summer jobs is most of them are starting to be picked up, and we need to be moving those dollars out quickly.
Is this just for 6 weeks?
No, well, some of these programs are. We're announcing the summer jobs efforts right here. So these are summer jobs. So during the summer, 10 weeks typically. Yeah, between June 15th, end of August.
But DCYS, we've got year-round.
Yeah, we have DCYF and my mayor's office of economic and workforce development, housing. We have all kinds of other permanent jobs. This is, again, our announcement today is just specifically these new programs and these new summer jobs. All right.
$100,000 for the internship. What kind of internship is that?
Oh, this was for the real estate industry, the additional.
Yes, it was trying to partner with the different private sectors, and I just wanted to call out that the real estate sector has really stepped up, partnered with us on an initiative called Match Bridge, which is a partnership between my department, the Department of Children, Youth and Families, with United Way of Bay Area to bring on 30 to 40 internship sites for young people to learn a skill, which is within the real estate world. It's once again being really intentional with our dollars, because just giving a young person a subsidized employment opportunity is not enough. You actually need to give them more, and you have to actually give them both the soft skills and the hard skills to survive and to make it in our very competitive employment market.
Thanks, guys, and then you'll take me on other questions. Thank you all very much for coming out. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.